Good morning. Thoughts from the car today on this Thursday. Today I want to talk about something that's kind of really fun. I want to talk about the exploration of anticipation and why it's such a wonderful motivator for us. Okay, so anticipation in and of itself is a very complex emotion. It is a mixture of excitement and hope and sometimes anxiety. So when we are looking forward to something, such as maybe like a vacation or reaching a goal or some kind of special event of some sort, that's when we usually experience anticipation. And there are key aspects and roles to anticipation. There are some pitfalls to anticipation, and we can learn to embrace it to actually help us to reach a goal. And also we can learn to build anticipation so that we can use it for our overall well-being. Okay, so let's get into it. I'm really excited about this one because I have a lot of anticipation in my life about several different events and just things that are going on in my life that I'm really looking forward to. And it's really just, I think the important part about anticipation for us to remember is that it's not about the destination as much as it is enjoying like the whole journey of that which you are anticipating. So, and that's what brings us ultimate pleasure, I think, because anticipation and pleasure go very hand in hand in many areas of our life. Not just the obvious one that so many of you are thinking of. But yes, so the key aspects of anticipation are excitement, hope, anxiety, and motivation. So excitement, is that thrill and that eagerness that we have for the event or the thing that we're anticipating, about it actually happening. And we think about this event in a very positive light, and it makes us look forward to it in excitement. And it also brings out hope. Anticipation is giving us hope in the belief that the outcome of whatever we're anticipating is going to be a positive experience for us. And sometimes it can bring along some anxiety. And this can bring out a little bit of nervousness or maybe some fear sometimes if it's something that we're unsure of or we feel challenged by, or if it's the first time we're doing something. So we can manage that as well, though, because anticipation overall is usually a very positive emotion, because it also is a great motivator. So anticipation can be a powerful motivator to push us and challenge us towards a goal that we might have, because we want to reach that goal. And so the process in which we are making our choices is going to lead us towards our goal in anticipation, in excitement. And we want to make it a positive experience. So we're going to make choices that are based on that. The role of anticipation in our life is that it overall enhances the enjoyment of some kind of built up expectation that we have. It creates a purpose for our life often, giving us something to look forward to. It gives us a direction. It can be a great compass for some of our decisions. When we have to make decisions, we will make decisions that are related to the thing that we're anticipating in a well thought out way. It helps us build relationships with other people who might be also anticipating the same thing that you are anticipating. And it's a shared experience. Something that I think about in this is my 13-year-old. Last month, we took him to Columbus, Ohio for his first Ohio State football game, and to enjoy Ohio State University campus, which is where I went to college. And he just had so much anticipation for this trip. I'm talking years since his older brother, who is 5 years older than him, went on his 13-year-old trip. This kid has been looking forward to his 13-year-old trip and was looking forward to this trip for years. And just the last 6 months, he would talk about this trip every day, and Bill was building the anticipation for him, for himself and for us. And it just really enhanced our trip so much because he was so looking forward to it. And it just made the whole experience really magical. And it built the relationship between us because it helped strengthen the bond that we have, partly because I went to Ohio State, and so I knew a lot about it and had experienced it before, so I could share my prior experiences with him. So when it can help us build relationships with one another, anticipation, through shared experiences. And it motivates action in us. So anticipation inspires us to work hard because usually there's some kind of goal involved with anticipation. And overall, anticipation is a pleasurable experience. And so we can lean into that pleasure to motivate us and inspire us to work really hard towards whatever the goal is or the thing that we are looking forward to, due to the anticipation. So it affects our behavior. Anticipation does affect our behavior, and it affects our behavior by, like I said, goal setting. Usually there's some kind of goal involved, or destination, or achievement, or special event, or something that we're really looking forward to that we're anticipating. So this drives us towards having ambitious goals, to, ambition. I think of like if you're going on vacation and you're going to the beach and you bought a new swimsuit, you want to look really good in that swimsuit. So that might give you a goal of, working out every day so that you feel good in the swimsuit, that you feel confident. It also affects our behavior by persistence, so that we can overcome the challenges. We can overcome and persevere towards whatever it is that we're looking forward to. If we're having a bad day, but we're looking forward to that vacation, in a month, it gives us a chance to kind of persevere through that bad day. It gives us something to look forward to, and like that purpose and reason and direction, and like, oh man, it was a really bad day, but at least I have this to look forward to. It can also alters our decisions. It alters how we are going to make our decisions. It can persuade us to be a little more bold and be a little riskier and maybe take some risks. For me, that is very true. One of the things I'm anticipating is just this business that I'm building, and like all the good that's going to come from it. I'm really anticipating like all the wonderful things that are going to come from it, financially, emotionally, just personal goals, being able to help other people, like that. It's just really exciting to me, and I'm just anticipating it, and it's making me take risks so that I can feel those things. I can experience all the good things that I want to experience. It also helps me prioritize the things that I want to happen for like my business. I'm prioritizing that. It's making me look forward to all the things that are going to happen. And so any related action to my business and to building that anticipation are enjoyable. All the extra work that it's requiring of me, it actually becomes enjoyable work because it's towards the goal. It's towards the thing that I'm anticipating. So it alters our decision making and how we make decisions. Anticipation also helps us with our emotional regulation. So, it is absolutely a mood enhancer. Gives us this sense of connection to ourselves, a sense of connection to others. So it's a really good social facilitator as well, because it makes us engage in more social activities. Oftentimes we're looking forward to something. In building the business, there's a lot more social activities that have to do with building my business that I'm engaging in that I probably wouldn't have engaged in before, through different websites and schools I'm a part of, and networking things and talking to certain people that I probably wouldn't have talked to before, both online and in real life. The anticipation of all the good things with my business that I'm anticipating are causing me to make different decisions, and this changes how I feel about myself and just regulates my mood a little bit more. And changes how I socialize as well. I think the next thing that it really affects in our behavior is physiologically. So some part of anticipation, it increases our arousal. Not just talking sexual arousal. Absolutely, anticipation can increase that sexual arousal if there's something you're looking forward to in that arena. But what I'm also talking about is just the increased arousal physiologically, when we think about something that is going to bring us pleasure or happiness, enjoyment, whatever it is, building a business, a vacation, something like that even. It increases our heart rate. So physiologically, our body changes. It also increases our blood pressure, and that kind of can go along with anxiety too. And there's a hormonal shift. So whenever we think about that thing that we're anticipating, dopamine gets released into our body, and this enhances our mood. This increases our mood. Also, cortisol gets released into our bodies, and this is why sometimes things can bring us like anxiety, or more stress. But it also, the combination of the dopamine and the cortisol just overall increases that like adrenaline rush, that feeling of, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So it overall like is good for our well-being in a lot of ways. And it influences our moods. It influences our stress level as well. Something else that affects our behavior is, I think it gives us, that thing to look forward to. So it just is one of those, I think it goes along with mood a little bit more, where it just helps us have a more positive outlook, overall in our life, because we have something to look forward to usually is when we think of anticipation. Okay. So how do we embrace anticipation? Like, how do we embrace it? I think the first thing is that we have to set realistic expectations and goals. We have to make sure that when we're thinking about this thing that we're anticipating, that we're not conflating it and making it this big, huge thing that is not attainable for us. It's really good to have ambitious goals. It's awesome to think about things in really positive light. But we have to be realistic with our expectations as well. I think it's really important for us to focus on the journey rather than the destination when we're thinking about anticipation. Think about like vacation. I'm planning to take a little mini vacation over fall break, and that's one of the things I'm anticipating. I'm really looking forward to it. And, yes, the destination itself, like going and being on vacation and the things I'll be doing on vacation, I'm really looking forward to. But the journey of planning for the vacation and the journey of talking about the vacation and the journey of just thinking about it and the excitement it brings me and how it's affecting my life right now is one of the things that is about enjoying the journey of it and just really focusing on the journey itself and not just the outcome. And that helps me have more realistic expectations too, in some ways, because I'm thinking about those expectations, and that helps me realize, oh, well, maybe that's not realistic. Or, last time I went on a little mini vacation, my flight got canceled, so things like that are going to happen. So that helps with that realistic expectation to enjoy the actual journey of the planning of the vacation and all the things that go along with that. If we're feeling anxiety, it's really important for us to manage that anxiety through relaxation techniques, mindfulness, which I think, just being present in the moment in our anticipation is really important, and just enjoying it. Like enjoying that moment can help us overcome the anxiety that might also go along with anticipation. And we have to be flexible, kind of like, I talked about getting a flight canceled, for the vacation that I went on last time. I had to be really flexible, and that didn't destroy the anticipation I had for my vacation last time. It kind of enhanced it in some ways, I'll be honest with you. But we have to be flexible. We have to be flexible because there are going to be unexpected changes sometimes. And then along the way, part of like enjoying the journey and being flexible and being present is celebrating the little wins, because oftentimes, again, the thing that we're anticipating has to do with a goal or an achievement. And so if we are celebrating those small wins along the way, it just makes it a more pleasurable experience in the anticipation process in and of itself. So how do we build anticipation? So maybe like we're in this place where like I'm not anticipating anything, like I don't have anything to look forward to. Like maybe that's where you're at. How do we build it? I think we build anticipation by setting clear goals for yourself. If you don't have clear goals for your life or don't have something that you're looking forward to, you're not going to have anticipation. So if you want to change something in your life, create a goal for yourself. Maybe it is, maybe you can't afford a vacation right now. I have been there for many, many, many years. And one of the things that I've learned is maybe the goal is saving the money or bringing in more income so that you can afford a little mini vacation, that you're doing something towards that goal. So that can help you build the anticipation for having a vacation. So that's how we can build that. When we have something that we're already anticipating, something that kind of builds it even more is that visualization, that imagining, that putting yourself in the destination or putting yourself in the situation that you're really looking forward to, taking that mental image of the success or taking that mental image of the thing that you want to experience that you're anticipating. And I think also like when you're imagining the positive outcome, which is part of that manifestation and is going to put you towards your goal and is part of building that anticipation in and of itself. And I think something that really helps create anticipation is creating a countdown. And this is what I've kind of been doing. And we actually been doing this at school with fall break. Like there's this little cube that says, so many days until fall break, because so many of us are like going away on a vacation or anticipating something fun for our fall break. And so, you create that countdown, which builds that excitement and sets a timeline. And so it gives us something to look forward to, which builds the anticipation for us. And then I think the last thing is to build anticipation is to share what the thing is that we're looking forward to share the anticipation with someone else. So whether it's a friend who maybe is anticipating the same thing, like my coworkers were all anticipating fall break and we're sharing the things that we're excited about fall break and what we're looking forward to, or, like building my business. That's one of the things I'm super anticipating and excited about. And I'm talking to my friends about this and talking to my colleagues, who are doing the same thing. They're building coaching businesses, or they are already engaging in coaching businesses and they're sharing their experience with me when they were building theirs. So talking about those things is super exciting and builds that anticipation as well. Yeah, so, we can build anticipation ourselves to create that dopamine effect as well and get triggered in good ways. Okay, so there are pitfalls. We've talked about some of those pitfalls already, but one of the things I want to talk about is that we can become very distracted by the thing we're anticipating. What can distract us from our other goals and other responsibilities. And we also can have procrastination because we are anticipating this thing so much that we're not actually doing the thing towards the goal that we have because we're just thinking about it rather than doing. And this I've seen with people who maybe are building businesses where like we procrastinate because like we don't want to fail, or, we have things set in our minds. Like we have these expectations for ourselves where we can fall into like perfectionism. And so then we start procrastinating, or we get too stressed and then we start procrastinating instead of just going and doing the thing. So there are some pitfalls to it, but overall anticipation is a really fun feeling to experience. So the challenge is, tell me about something you're anticipating. Think about your anticipation, the thing that you're anticipating. What are the feelings that go along with this anticipation that you're feeling? And is this anticipation, does this enhance your life? Is this enhancing your life? So yeah, I challenge you today to really think about things that you're anticipating and this feeling of anticipation, and think about how is it affecting your life? Is it affecting your life and your overall health in a good way, or maybe not? I don't know. All right, guys, have a fantastic Thursday.